Hi, welcome to the Metal and Wood Shop. We're located in room 1211 at the Student Innovation Center. Here, we have some important safety protocols that we need to follow. We have a line here, and you have to have the proper PPE or personal protective equipment to cross this line. What we require in this shop is closed-toed shoes and closed-heeled shoes, long pants, and safety glasses. If you have long hair, it's a good idea to tie it back. Long sleeves, you should pull them up. Also, remove any loose or dangling jewelry such as watches, necklaces, and rings. And if you have strings on your sweatshirt, tie them or tuck them in. We ask that you scan in on our card readers and tell us why you're here. On our website, you can find a list of restricted materials, so as you're planning a project out, you know what you can and can't use. All of our tools in the shop have a designated safety level, and those levels correspond to the level of supervision that they need and the risk those tools provide. We also have everything locked, so when you come in, you need to talk to a shop supervisor and get that tool unlocked so that you can start your project. We look forward to seeing you soon. This is the Metals Vertical Bandsaw found in room 1211, the Metal and Wood Makerspace, and 0235, the Heavy Metal Makerspace at the Student Innovation Center. This machine is meant to cut large pieces of metal into usable pieces or to cut away some unwanted features. This machine does not do very precise cuts, cut tubing or round stock, or solid material greater than 4 inches thick. This is a safety level 2 machine. This means that in order to operate it, 2 trained users must be present. This can be 2 trained friends, a user and a makerspace assistant, or a user and a shop supervisor. If you will not be able to keep your hands at least 2 inches away from the blade, you will need to use a jig or a sled to complete your cut. Use a marker, scribe, or other marking tool to plan your cuts out. This machine was built with the capability to automatically feed your cut, but this feature does not work properly, and we will never use this feature. These are the buttons and switches that you'll need to know. This is the key to energize the machine. This is the on button. This is the off button. This is the emergency stop. Use this if there is a suspected issue and you need to stop the machine quickly. This is the blade speed adjustment handle. This is the high-low gear selector lever. This is the blade guard adjustment handle and lock. Use the material dial to determine a proper cutting speed for your material. Then use the high and low gear selector lever to select the correct gear range for your material. If you need to change between high and low gear, ask a supervisor or makerspace assistant for assistance. Loosen the blade guard lock and turn the adjustment handle until the blade guard is a ½ inch to a ¼ inch above your material and then lock in place. Remove your stock from the table and any jigs or sleds. Make sure that the emergency stop is not engaged and then press the button to start the saw. Look at the numbers at the cut speed screen and then use the blade speed adjustment handle to set the range that was indicated by the material dial. It is important to only move this handle when the saw is running. Trying to move it and adjust the blade speed while the saw is off will lead to damage. Once your speed is set, shut the machine off. You can align your material and your sled or jig if you're using one. Turn the saw back on and manually push your material into the saw blade with consistent, even pressure to complete your cut, making sure to always keep your fingers 2 inches from the blade. When your cut is complete, shut the saw off and wait for the blade to come to a complete stop. You can now remove your material, but be careful as it may be hot and the edges may be sharp. Use gloves if needed. Metal shavings and chips are very sharp and usually very hot. You never want to handle these with your bare hands. Use a brush and a dustpan to sweep up the metal pieces and dispose of them in the metal recycling bin.